Morning. It is 8:20. Last night, left the fire burning. Absolutely burnt beautifully like this. Don't know how long it burnt. Got my sleeping bag about 8 o'clock, and I'm telling you, by about 8:15, I was gone. Absolutely beautiful sleep. Excuse me. Oh. Woke up about 11:30. Dogs wanted a drink. Gave them a drink, let them out. It was worse than this. The fog was right up to the Bothy, quite dense. Died back in bed. Woke up about 1:30. Dogs wanted to go out again, let them out. Terrible fog again. Not a single sound last night. Not a. Oh, I did hear in the early hour, just before I dropped off, I did hear some deer. Don't know if they class it barking, or at least they're making a noise anyway. But throughout the night, you could have heard a pin drop. So beautiful, so peaceful. So cosy in that room. The heat from the fire. I mean, it wasn't a cold night, but it's quite chilly now, I must be honest. But the heat from the fire must have held the room. Held in the room. And it was so cosy. I mean, when we came out at 1:30, and then I came back in the room, you could feel the difference in the heat in that room, how it held the heat. So, I planned to get up late. I've had 12 hours sleep. I was wrecked yesterday. I was absolutely gone. Don't know, sometimes when you set off on the drives from home, you feel great. And you could after having 12 hours, not a problem. And then other times, I don't know. I don't know if it was because I was only a week ago I was doing that other searching and probably haven't fully recharged, or because I was doing things the days before and I was just too busy. But anyway, I've had 12 hours sleep and I feel good. Now looking at this fog, if it was like that one morning when Paul was setting off, then that changes things. It's totally done it. Because if the fog was denser and he was up maybe earlier, then that can really cause confusion. And it does it to the best of us. So that's another thing to take into account. You could have easily strayed. So plan of action here is, I was hoping that this wouldn't be happening and that the sun would be kicking out and burning off and I could charge some things, but we've got to wait for the sun to burn this off so we can set off. Otherwise we'll be walking in fog. So there's no panic, no rush or anything. Assess everything as we go along. Yesterday I came down here, I'm guessing around about 9:30, and there was no fog. So you just don't know what you're getting each day, do you? But I must be honest, out there it feels pretty chilly. The fog is actually making it feel cold, and it's supposed to be 22s today. So might be a late start. Oh, excuse me. So, slow bagging up, breakfast, normal chores. There is a lovely toilet around there. I'm sure I'll be using that today. And no one did turn up, so it was the police that were in this room yesterday, 2 of them. Even the guys that were sharing the Bothy didn't know there were 2 police on searches. So they thought they were up Munros. They said, I think they're doing the Munros and all that. So who shows? I don't know if you can see. There's something white over there. I don't know if I can zoom in. No, something white along the river there. I've got binoculars. I'll check when it gets clearer. Doesn't look like a rock from it. Sometimes it can be foam. Ruby can froth up some foam. I'll check. Right, enough talking, start sorting. Very foggy out. I don't know if you can see through the condensation. Oh, I feel 100 times better than I did yesterday. Your shoulders don't really ache either, carrying the pan. Rogue, lie down. I need to get her a bigger jacket. It's not, I mean, it does help to keep them warm, jackets, obviously, when they're inside and it gets chilly. But it's more to be visible when they go out at night, just in case a deer comes by. There's supposed to be wild boar around here. People have seen them occasionally. Rogue, lie down. And just in case the dogs bolt, say at 1 o'clock in the morning, dogs hear something, see something, boom, gone. You know what I mean? Before I can even react. At least with the fluorescent jackets and the torch, I'll pick them up. I can call them back. This could end in a fight. Rogue, don't. You get in Stella's face. Oh, yesterday when approaching Bothy, really exhausted. There was a Wainama, as I say, dog, if I pronounce that right. It was much bigger than Stella. I had these two on the lead. I thought, oh, Stella's 15. She ain't going to cause any problems, is she? You know what I mean? She went running up to it. Totally bad owner I was, you know what I mean? Because I didn't expect, hey, enough, enough! You have to boss them, otherwise they'll start. Rogue, lie down over there. Go over there. Over there. You're getting in her face. Lie down. Probably jealousy because she's near Rebel. That's what it is, I tell you now. And Rogue don't lie. Anyway, where was I? So, yeah. Stella goes running up to the... barking to say, like, get away, this is our Bothy. The Wainama runs away from Stella, who's bigger than Stella. I call Stella back and really sternly tell her off, you know what I mean? Because I don't want her doing that, but I didn't expect her to do that. So I says to the guys, can I get the 3 dogs in this room, lock the door, and then we can talk, and your dog's okay then, because I'm exhausted and I've got 1 hand and 3 dogs, and they were fine about it. But I was really surprised how, look at her, she's still staring. I was really surprised how she kind of bolshed off, and she never used to do that. This must be something to do with old age and grumpiness. She's very protective. As I say, I'm learning a lot more about Rebel lately. He's mature. He starts following me around everywhere, like he's my keeper. When we went up the slope to get the drone yesterday, and it's like, you know, it's like that at some places. And I was scrambling. Sometimes I was on hands and knees more or less getting up that slope. It can be done though, because that's why the officer said to me, like, if you can scan that. Well, I scanned it, but I also checked it, looking for the drone. But these two didn't leave my side. And this is what I'm saying, it's weird, you know. It wasn't the case I called them. They just followed. I went off and they followed. Stella obviously was resting and she was tired. But we were going over some terrible terrain. And I was telling them, go find the drone, go find the drone. They didn't know what I meant by that. But they were off looking and they were searching around for something else, obviously, anything. Lie down. She's dying to get into trouble. So it shows how much she's grown, because that jacket was a bit small, but not that small. She's stretched, long ways. Her body has. Even though she ain't beefed up. But she was really good yesterday, a good behaviour. She was switched on, doing the job, lovely. Stella, leave her. Stella, no. Nothing wrong with you, isn't there? You're looking to pick a fight there. Dogs start staring at each other, it's like a face-off. And they can get a bit snappy. So there's the fire burnt. Look at it, burnt right through. A couple of little bits in there. Look, I've left someone some firewood. They'll be really happy with that. There's some bits of food on the table in the other room. I'm gonna have to. I can't get them on that shelf. I have to. I don't know. I might I might put them in here. Everything seems to be in this room, doesn't it? Rather than leave it. I can't say the food is the police officer's food. That Rogue, behave yourself. Lie down. Lie down. She's trying to annoy Stella, and Stella will retaliate. On there. On there. Not you. On there. Stella, lie down there. That's your bed. Lie down there. Lie down. She might be a bit stiffer. She's had about 15 hours sleep. Yeah, as I say, the food in there, I don't know if it's the police officer's food. It could have been someone before them, but I just saw their clothes in there, so I can't say that's what they've left. So I'm not going to blame the police for leaving the food. I've just got to sweep out in here, back up slowly, and hope this fog burns off. Otherwise, we'll be walking in fog, which is all right, but you get saturated. I wanted to charge some bits out, but I don't know what I'll be doing now. New game. Go! Look at them two. Stella ain't got the power. Watch yourself, Stella, they're going to come by you. Stay there, you. Rebel, go find. Go find. I'm doing this purposely to burn the energy off them. Well, decided to stop halfway. I made sure there's no droppings around near the Bothy, so no one would tread in anyway. Sun is trying to come through, so we'll be able to set off in a bit. Won't be able to do any charging, but it'll be nice and cool, and hopefully the kids ain't too bad. No window, so if that sun does come out, the midges will come out. Bothy down there, and privy or toilet or what you would like, outhouse here, and it's clean and tidy. Look, really done a good job in here. Right, time to do what a man has to do. I'd like to say the views are good, but due to fog, no views. Shame you ain't got scratch and sniff. Sorry, that's the childish part of me. Right, finish my jobs here. I must say that was one of the most pleasurable deposits I have left in the Highlands to this day. Shame the views weren't better, but due to the fog, it's just hanging everywhere, isn't it? Dear, dear. At least it'd be cool hiking out. Something needed to be done. I remember when I was here last time, well, in the early days, it didn't get visited so much. I think probably my videos have probably caused some of the problems, because about 3-4 years ago, I used to come here. I could spend a week here, you know, kind of do excursions out, in, out, come back. McGee was here. I'd go to Oban and places like that, come back, still empty. Look in the Bothy book and you'd see weeks before anyone had ever been. But now, it's getting hit a lot. It's getting hit on a daily basis, which is good. But sadly, people were doing the business near flowing streams at the back there. There's one here, but they seem to be doing it back near the back. And I saw a message saying beware of getting your water from there, because people have been fouling too near the watercourse. So obviously it was getting out of hand. So they decided before there's health issues or anything like that, which makes sense. But humans again don't use a bit of common sense, do they? But it could be the answer for all Bothys in the future. I know it's all about expense, but it could be a way to reducing issues, you know what I mean? The rubbish and litter issue is always a problem in the Bothys. People leave too much rubbish, bottles and things like that. This one don't look too untidy. It's just that food. I've got to sort out, decide where I'm going to put it. So there's food here. half bottles, even a spoon. I don't know what's in that bag. Is it just empty? It's just empty. Don't know. I'll probably leave the food, move the Tupperware, pegs and things like that, and even the lighter into the other room. Bottles, I'll leave them as they are. You never know. Some chance drinking it. Same with the brown sauce I'll put in there. Food, I'll pull a table away so no mice can get to it. Don't know, I haven't seen any sign of mice yet. Right, further bagging up. Lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. They're too eager to go. Lie down, even you, Stella. Lie down. On there, you two. On there. On. Lie down. Lie down, Stella. Have to be a boss. Right, bagging out and finishing off. So I swept up in here, squared the chairs off. So dogs in one. Swept where they were on. That's where Stella was, a bit damp from them lying when they're wet. Left a bit of firewood. There's a bit of paper in there, but they can use that. That's just toilet roll that I wipe mug out. So they could, if anyone wants to start a fire, they can use that. So I'm not worried about that. The candle that was over there, which I moved over there last night, burnt down. So, and that was safe. Tools. In here, what I've done is left the food. I pulled the table away, so there's a good gap. Mouse shouldn't be able to jump on it. I haven't been in here. I haven't used this room. So what I've done is just move things around, tidy things up, and leave it in a general good state. We haven't been upstairs. Roadside a couple of times ago, I told her off. So, you know what I mean? It's better than when I arrived. Put it like that. That's always I try to do. As you can see, there's no poo droppings. I try and leave it again good so I don't get a bad name for myself. That's a lovely table, that is. No poo droppings. So, because there's people just gone out, I saw people approaching, I thought, oh, someone coming to the buffet. And what they were doing was, they had fishing rods, so they're going to the loch. There's a big loch further up there, so they're doing fishing. But they had a dog as well. And the people before me had a dog. So I just want to show there's other people with dogs. So if there's any droppings, it's not mine because I'm walking around checking. Right, Stella, leave that. Rebel. Oh, it's getting drink. So you can't tell you that. We're going to go up there. I'm going to have their leads ready because there's a vehicle up there. I don't know if it was the official people. As you can see, the sun is burning off lovely, perfect now. No sign of midges. It's probably about 18, nearly 19 degrees, I would say. You get a test for temperatures because you've been out so many times in the Highlands, so you get to know. Right, that's it. 10:31, Bothy's all secure, and we're setting up. Booze, calm down, they're crazy. Booze! So 10:31, it's normally 10:30 I set off, so bang on schedule. I thought I was going to be late today. I know some people probably get out at the crack of dawn, but I got so much gear to sort out that with the dogs and all that, I can never do that. If it was just me, yeah, I'd probably have gone much earlier. Beautiful day, nice breeze. Don't know what it'll be like when I get in the wooded area. Kids so far, no sign of them. I don't know how long that'll last. Right, let's go through the swamp. Cheats. I'm lazy. Right, goodbye Glenpean Bothy. You served us well again. Who knew about 4 years ago when I started hitting these bothies and just enjoying my trekking, that they'd come in useful when you're tired, hungry, wet, whatever. That's what the purpose is. And there's a nice breeze up here. Down there it's about 20 degrees. Oh, nice. No sign of the cat flies. I'm probably speaking too soon. They're still searching. Fog's lifted, he's coming in low. Really low. Wow, good pilot. He's not going to be far over them trees. So they're still searching. That means he hasn't been found. So we stick to plan A, go up that pass. Not far today. Thinking of Stella, pitch, but me and two rascals can search with no pack and just a Garmin and poles, or a pole. What a beautiful day. Much better than yesterday. When we do find a spot, get the solar panel out, start charging. We need power so we can continue all through the week. Pack weight. Let's not talk about it. But yesterday it was about 70-ish. I would say today it's about 66-ish. Lost about 4 pounds. Some of their dog food, which is only a little bit, about 5 bags, still weighs a couple of pounds. Lucas A bottle that I use as emergency pee bottle if I'm irritating the midges. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. Only half a bottle of water because hopefully we're going to be pitched somewhere near water. So I always have emergency water in with my pack that has glucose and salts. You know them tablets, Newen tablets. I think these are Newen Pro Plus or something. They've got caffeine and everything in it. But yesterday, felt much better after drinking a bottle of that. Some people say it's too rich for them, upsets the stomach, or they don't like the taste, but I don't care. Get it in me. Stops cramp. I had no cramps again yesterday because I was scrambling up half a mountain, wasn't I? So pack will get lighter. Theirs will get lighter by day now. I'm lightening Rogues first, but I think I might start lightening Rebels because he's got a hell of a lighter. Stella's doing good. No limps, look. We're not going far. 5 miles, pitch, set up, scan, have some lunch, then scan some more. If I need to get the drone out, I'll get the drone out. I want to use the drone for the real iffy areas. Get a good night's rest. Probably the wind would die down about 5-ish, 6-ish. Get a good night's sleep. Push on further 5 miles, 4 or 5 miles. Pitch. Do exactly the same again. Try and get up more or less that valley. I was watching the helicopter. He went all the way up there. Then he started scanning around near the lock and near the entrance of the valley. So they're double checking. So we'll be treble checking. And to be honest, they've got so much to do in one go, whereas we haven't. We can do it in sections and spend time searching, so we can push up flanks much better. They ain't got the time to do all that. They've got such a massive area. They're racing against the timetable to try and find him. Right, let's push on. Right, 2.3 miles in, and we've reached the trail. It seems to take forever. Rebel! Now this is, as I say, would be the trail Paul would have come up and he should have gone that way. So we always worried about him going that way, hence why I did go up that way and the police team were all up that way. And the helicopter was scanning. So we go down here, it weaves a bit, then comes to a bridge. Well, boggy area, then a bridge. It's quite a steep canyon. That's where the dive teams would search. When I go over, I'll get the dogs over and I'll search either side. And then we have to weave to the left and try and find the stalker's trap. I'll show you on the way down anyway. That's where we come out from. Track weaves round, goes over this crest, and you can probably hear the water. It comes to a little bridge, wooden bridge, that's normally got a great big gap in it. Might have fixed it, might be worse. But there's, nearly slipped, greasy, very greasy. Black mud. But the signs of a track vehicle, and I can just make out the track over there. You probably won't see it from there. But yeah, it looks like it's still being used. Right, I got here. And look what I've got. I've got the bridge down there, I don't know if you can make it out, which we can cross. Deli can rest here. But there's so many waterways either way. There's waterways up there, and that's a steep canyon up there. So if I'd passed this and followed the track up and pitched somewhere up there and missed all this out, it would be stupid. Because it's like, right, oh, get here. They're trying to get across the bridge. Get here. But this is what I want them to do in a minute. I've got to set up solar panel. Anyway, so I saw this spot and I thought, this looks good. It's raised. And then I look here and someone's had a fire pit. So, and believe it or not, over there, there's a heap of firewood. So it looks like people have been pitching here. It's the perfect spot. There's a lovely breeze. It's in the open. Tons of areas to search. So instead of pushing on, pitch here, have lunch, and then Stella can rest, and we can go searching. And the dogs, look at them. They're eager to do work. And if there's anything around, they'll find it. Hey, you too! So get solar panels out, start charging, get a tent set up so we've got a space. And any helicopters that come over, I know they can see clearly. I'll leave the bags out and their jackets probably, not to attract attention, but so if a helicopter goes over, it doesn't think it's a hiker that, such as Paul. But look at all this area. Now, what happens, as I say, normally people watch old, not videos, old descriptions on the trail, and they come down beside this river, right? And if they come on the right-hand side as you're looking at it now, it's very steep and gorgy up the top there. But I don't know if you can make out. There's the Stalker's track. Can you see it glistening against the sun? That's the track we'll be going up. And that weaves from down here and up. And that's so easy if you're coming down. But so many people miss that track. Now what happens, they get down here and for some reason they get lost here. I think they follow along or something. And they go that way. So again, we'll be searching up there today as well. So we've got tons of areas to search and probably not enough time to do it in, so I've got to crack on. You three, get here. So it's just too big an area to pass by. If you pass by this, you'll regret it. Because sadly, if someone's in the water, you would miss it. If they're hidden from view, there's a lot of dead ground. And as I say, over there, there's like a swampy area that they all seem to go wrong and head that way. I don't know why. They come down, I don't know where they go. They come down and miss that Stalker's track, because I was chatting to the lads yesterday and they'd say, Rebel, get here. They're looking for water. That's the point, we'll need water. We can get it, but how can we get down to it? Probably down there somewhere. Right, Rebel, please. It looks like there's a hole in the bridge there. Right, I've got to get them back. Tent set up. Ground is a little bit boggy once you walked on it a few times, but whole of Scotland's boggy. I mean, you tell me where ain't not boggy over there. Everywhere's boggy. We're on a hill. It should drain off. Sun should dry. Probably yesterday's fog and dew. Wind is blowing from that way, straight through the tent. Brilliant. It's all vented. Oh, it's perfect camp. But I was just looking. I got down to the river and got water and filled to that. But when people come down, they come the classic way, which is, as I said, along that right-hand side bank, or if you were coming down, it'd be on the left-hand side. And somewhere they cross the river. I don't know where. They don't come here. They cross the river and then go that way for some stupid reason. And they end up down there. And they say they get stuck in marshes. They miss this bridge
I don't think they see it for some stupid reason. I don't know how maybe they cross the river up there and come across at an angle. But so many miss this bridge, and they miss this. This stalker's track leads you straight through the forest, up through the trail and onto the normal track. But even the guys I talked to the other day, the two with the dog, they went through the marshes there. They came from up there and ended up going to the marshes. And I've seen somebody with Rebel, not too much. Go. Guzzling. I don't want him to take it. He's just been fed. If it takes loads of water, take air in. Lie down. In there. In the shade. Lie down. You have to mother them, pamper them, and boss them sometimes. We might be here 2 days because there's a hell of a way I can push out there. And I can even push out there, and I'm not going to do that. It's 1 o'clock now. So it's the perfect spot, to be honest. This is the high risk area around here. The trail leading down from up the pass is pretty straightforward. The only bad bit is at the top. So, but this is the one that causes the problem. Up there's a ravine. I'll show you probably tomorrow now. And I might end up walking up the river with the two and take the wet route. Because if I try and lean over and there's trees in the way for a drone and all that, and I don't want to risk getting the drone dropped in the water. It's perfectly okay to fly the drone around here as long as I don't go beyond that mound and lose signal again. He wants to lie in the sun. Silly dog. But there's just so much to search, and we could search beyond the back of these because I've never been around the back of them. So, and also along the fence line. A lot of people try and cut through the forest. So I've got to try and see if I can find signs. There's fence down some areas and fence up others. But today what we're going to do is we're going to follow that fence line along to the end where the swamp is. So many people get lost up there. If you see all the forums and all that, I don't know why. And coming down from up there, you'll probably just make out, as I showed you earlier, it weaves round that stalker's track. It saves so much hard work. First time I went, and I've got to be honest, I went over the bridge, turned right, I saw the track there, followed up there, and I went on this side of the fence, and it's such rough terrain. It really is hard going. It kills you. I didn't see the stalker's track, so even I missed it, you know what I mean? But coming down, you could make out a faint line of a stalker's track on the right-hand side, so I thought, why am I coming down near the river and the hard work when I could be on a stalker's track? Well, that was the first time I did it, so I can't really condemn other people, can I? Over there, there's the worst fire pit in history, so if anyone sees a really bad fire pit, it's nothing to do with me. There's like 3 stones and a load of wood heaped on it, trying to set fire, and it didn't really burn very well. They could have at least made an effort at splitting the wood or something. Oh, sorry, I got it on Zoom. But that leads to Loch Arcade. So there's so much area we've got to cover. So I've got to finish my coffee. I fed the dogs, I'm letting them settle. That's why I'm trying to get him settled in there, because I don't want him getting bloat or anything like that. Stella will stay with the tent. There might be, whoops, sorry, you're zooming in again. There might be the odd footfall come down here, but I doubt the bother tents, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of given that you don't mess with people's gear, you know what I mean? I've only heard in one case where a sleeping bag was stolen off a bike at Barrisdale. But I didn't hear that from the person that lost it. I heard it from someone that heard it from someone, so who knows, it might not have been true. Beautiful spot though. And we only covered like 2.26 miles. I was expecting to do 4 or 5, but when I saw this area, I thought, I cannot pass this and not search. It's such a high risk with rivers, drop-offs, swamp, bog. You know, that's not even a corbett. I mean, big mound, we'll call it. And I can search right up there to the ravine as far as I can go, and then we can take it from there. But I've also got that back end to do. So I know the helicopter hovered over, but don't forget things can be tucked away, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. We hope Paul's not, nothing like that's happened to Paul, but you know, when I'm searching, I got to think like that. I'm sorry, you know. Whoops, nearly slipped. solar charger's charging my power bank, charged my phone quite a bit. So I'm just going to finish my coffee. Rebel's doing what he does good, best. Digging around, look. Nosing. Just let him, look. He's picking something up. Probably deer. I've left Stella at camp. She's camp security. She's not happy about being left, but I don't want to bring her through this. I was looking back there how people get lost, and I think what they do, they go over the bridge and don't realise that stalker's track leads them through the forest. So they end up taking a detour and they get lost over here. So many do it. Don't know why, but they do. And they say some of this swampy area is really, really bad. So what we're doing is seeing what we can... Stella, go back! That's our tent where Stella is. Didn't go quite to plan. We walked off and she started following us. But to prove my point, look, fire pit. And you can make out the faintest of trails coming this way. Why people come this way, I do not know. So someone's pitched here somehow. Maybe a bivvy bag, maybe a tarp. But it definitely had a fire pit. Why? This is so swampy. Right, hey, everyone to their own. We've had to make zigzag course because of the swamp and bog. The hiker just went by a minute ago near the tent when we walked off. I kept an eye, Stella was fine. As long as no one goes near the tent, she won't growl. She's fine. So I put her back. She didn't seem happy about going back, but she's got to go back. She can't do this. There's no need for her to do this. She can look after camp. She's doing a great job looking after camp. I'm going to have to put you away because I will walk into a hole. But look, if we can get a good look at the river here. At places we might be able to get down and walk along it. In it, you know what I mean? On the cobbles. So, I'm trying to get back to the tree line, but it's very swampy over there. That guy that just walked by the tent, he's following the track up, so I don't know why people come this way. It's a long way to go out your way, isn't it? Just seen something in the woods, I don't know. That's coloured bark, I think. I'll check. Can I get into that? Is it too deep? I don't think so. Have a look. It's cool and refreshing. I just don't want to end up flooding my boots. Doesn't seem that high on road, does it? Oh dear. Right. I'd like to walk along the river, you know what I mean, so I can see both sides. Look, they're doing good, aren't they? Especially Rebel, he's always off on a mission. Right, we're in the river. Looking for anything, you know what I mean? Some items might have been dropped. A hat, coat, flask. I mean a whiskey flask, something like that. A water bottle. If we find anything, photo it, GPS it. It might be nothing, it might be some hiker that discarded one years ago. But you just don't know, do you? It could lead to a trail. And it's good to be down here because anything caught in the water will show up. Stella couldn't have done this, it'd be too hard on her joints. She would have loved it though, for water. That looks deeper. No, I better put you away. Yeah, that is way deeper in there. We won't be going in there. Best way to do the river though, isn't it? Rather than looking down. You can't see this bank when you're looking down. If I can get across there, Brilliant. Oh, look who's here. Stella! You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be looking after camp. You're full. Oh dear. Dog. I'm trying to rest her and look after her. She won't leave us alone. Stella, you're going to end up falling. No, that's dangerous. I can't find a route for you. Over here. No, 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 no. Back here. Back here. I've got to get her down somehow. She wants to be in the water. Oh dear. Pain in the backside, dog. You love us too much. You don't want to miss out in the water, that's it. I'm trying to find... This is going to be hard on your joints, you know. Then I've got to get you up as well. Can you get down somewhere there, stupid girl? Can you get down there? And who's looking after camp when we're getting robbed? Go down there. Hold on, I've got to sort her out. Look at her swimming. It's about 4 feet deep there. She loves to swim. Look, she turned round to go back into the water. Rogue, leave her alone. Oh, she's got to shake. I've got to get away. Is that what you wanted? And who's going to look after the camp? Eh? Who is going to look after the camp now? We're getting robbed. Nah. People are normally good. I'd like to wade out there, but I'm going to let her have another paddle. She's probably going to... Oh dear. Hopefully she tires herself out today, so if we search tomorrow, she won't want to come with us. She's just a water dog. I knew as soon as I opened my mouth, say she'd love this, she'll pop her head out, and lo and behold. And we've come quite a distance from the camp, so she's trekked us, little so-and-so, hasn't she? I want to get across there, but I don't know how deep it is. It looks shallow in some parts, but quite deep in others. Let's have a look. Oh, I've got to put you away for a start. Stella says she's joined the search team. You silly girl. At least she's nice and wet. She'll cool off. That's what she likes. She likes the water, don't you, Stella? Now I can get across and have a look over there. I couldn't get there. It was going quite deep, boot deep, you know what I mean? So I've got to get over there and walk around the bank and see what I can see. You think my search team are rebelling today? Rebel! That is not searching. That's being an arse. Can we get on with the process now? Come on. No, no logs. Oh God. He wants to turn it into playtime. Thankfully, this is an area I can search by myself while he's been an idiot. He'll get out, his sister. Just glad to be out there. I've got to follow along that bank, see, just in case I missed anything. A bit steadier now because I've got Stella in tow. She rebelled as well. I'm losing control of my dogs, aren't I? The one good one is Rogue. Can you believe that? Have you stopped playing? Thank God for that. Hey, leave it. Rogue, Rebel, leave it. Switch on. We've got a job to do. Looks like I've ruined there, doesn't it? Foundation of some sort. All that rock is definitely a foundation or something, isn't it? and not a wall. Look at it. If it was a wall or a pen or something, it's been scattered. I've got to look at those gullies as well, haven't I? Sorry, I'm talking to myself by showing you. I didn't know there was a river spraying off here. Too busy watching Stella. But if someone's run off with all our gear, Stella, you do realise I'm going to hold you responsible. Your tent security. Silly dog. You're going to be so whacked later. You know, everyone will blame me. Oh, it's tough to hit. No sign of anything. A couple of campfires back there. Rebel's got sticks in them. I'd never known him play with sticks, so I don't know what's going on today. Rebel, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Switch on. We're not in playtime. You can play other times. I want him to work. Sniff around, hunt. Instead he's finding sticks. Right, try to get over there, but it's too deep for me. But Rebel went over there and didn't see anything. I can easily get a drone down. Come back over this side. It's now giving me a warning on my phone that my storage is full out. It's okay, I've got a iPhone USB stick that I can transfer all my files over, because I've still got files left from the last camp I haven't uploaded. So you probably won't get much more footage until this evening when I've transferred things over. But there's a trail, slight trails here, but again it could be deer trails. I'm going to try and get along the fence line on the way back, because we're getting up to a fence up here, a pen that's surrounding a ruin. Well, we're in this ruin. I thought it was fenced off, but it's just a fence that's broken over years. So we've got quite away from the tent. Nice views, of course. Beautiful day. So I'm going to go a little bit further and then sweep round to the fence line, so I know where I cut off from. It really widens up here, like Rebel's doing what he does best, snooping around. So when I get level with that tree line, I'm going to end. I've covered the river up to the ruins back there. I can't cover the river there. It's a steep drop. Well, when I say steep, a good bank and ferns in the way. So I'm going to sweep round in a minute. So look, we're nearly up to the house and you can see the road. Now going back would be a bit boggy, I think, so I might have to cut back in, but at least I'll be on paths. Well, when I say paths, slight trails. Rebel, what you got? Another hut. Ruins. We've come right along there from the tree line. My God, it's hot. It's very boggy as well. Some places it's like walking on a carpet, like a mattress on the water, on a river or something. You know you're floating. I'm going to get up there, look down, then cut back to the river so I can wash these off. He's been sniffing where deer go, look. There's nothing in there. I've looked. He's sniffing deer, I think. Wow, very hot. You can make the foundations of a big square pen. That's overgrown. There's a wire fence broken here and there. I don't want the dogs getting snared on, it's so rustic. Rebel, start hunting deer. He's been smelling where they rubbed the antlers on the tree. You can see the rub marks. So we're going to try and cut through a fence where there's no danger bits and get back to the river, because we went up to that corner and then went to the river, but I can see all down here. You free? Yeah. Rebel's hunting deer. Get here. See, that's what I don't want them doing. That'll cut them. Get here, you. I know he's mischievous. Look, and that's hunting deer. Had a much needed rest. We, as you saw, we turned round. We came along the fence line. We stood up high and we could see the dead bit there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a green bit. And then I cut back down to the river. Stella had one more dunk. We came back up this way, but we'd been down that way when we tried to escape from Stella, but it didn't work. We got here, absolutely soaked in sweat, baking, really, really hot, no breeze, and I was worried. And then in the last 20 minutes, the breeze has really picked up. Whereas it was coming from that way, from the Loch Arcade, it's now coming from behind us, from Glenpean Bothy area. So, nice breeze, cooling down, dogs have rested. I transferred a load of files over onto my USB stick, so it was. I still got a lot of film and photos and all that to upload onto YouTube. Again, I only do this so, I mean, family members can watch. Again, with this case, it's exactly the same. I'm not trying to dramatise it, get myself a name or anything like that. I'm just doing it to help the families. Just. I mean, maybe they can't look at it now because it's too raw, but maybe in the future they'd like to look back at it, see some of the things and see the effort that people put in. I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about the police rescue teams, the helicopter crews, mountain rescue, even some of the locals, I believe, have been, you know, scouting around. Again, to anyone watching this, please subscribe. I need 4,000 subscribers, not for me. I want to monetize my channel so that all donations go to mountain rescue. I will be transparent, and again, I repeat, not one penny will go in my pocket. And if I'm not up to my word and don't keep up to my word because I say I will prove it, then you can easily criticize me, condemn me, do what you like, but please subscribe. If I get the 4,000 and we monetize this channel, something good will come out of something negative, and that means funds can go to the very people like them helicopter pilots. I don't know what how the police get funded. You know, I'm guessing it comes through government, that does. But mountain rescue teams are a charity. It just helps. Everything will help. And as I say, I will be transparent. It will go to the local, whoever mountain rescue dealing with whatever case at the time. So yeah, you don't have to like the channel, you don't have to like me. You might say it's complete rubbish, garbage, whatever, but please subscribe. Get your dog to subscribe, get your neighbours, get your cat. We've got to get 4,000 subscribers. That will help something. And don't forget, without these volunteers, without great pilots like you saw today, then, you know, who's going to help people that get lost? You know, you remember places like America and all that, they don't get free rescues. They have to have insurance, otherwise it can cost $10,000, $20,000, maybe even $30,000, you know what I mean, to be rescued and taken to hospital. So, you know what I mean, please help, because it's these organisations and charities, you know what I mean, so they need every penny. And this is a good way we could do it. And it costs you not one penny to do it by just pressing the subscribe button. As I say, I don't want no funding, I don't want no promotions or any special offers or anything like that. I'm doing this out of my own free will, from my own, I don't know. I cannot give you the reason I do this now. You know, I got into it and it seems something I'm doing now. You know, I just enjoy it. The dogs enjoy it. You saw even Stella today going out to the river. So please subscribe. And that's about it. I'm going to rest now. I've got to charge this phone up because when transferring the files, it was chewing from a battery. The USB, the power bank is charged. I've got their dog food ready. Their dogs are nice and relaxed. They're cooled off. I'm exhausted. My feet are sore. That was hard work. It was not as hard as I thought it was from what people were telling me, but I can see why people, and there is a trail leading, after they come over the bridge, there is a trail turning to the right, but it's so faint. Why they don't come up here? One hiker went when I was looking back at Stella, it's making sure she was going to stay, which she didn't. But one hiker went by there, so he went that way. I have not seen any helicopters, no search team members, no activities. That's that one hiker, and I heard the Land Rover go back towards wherever it's going. I guess it's someone from the estate that was fishing. 2 people with a dog were fishing and went by the Bothy today. So for now, I'm just relaxing, having a resting my back and charging.